Welcome back to Mamta Nival tutorial, and guys, in this video we're going to focus on other important MCQs which will be based on the biology subject, and all these questions will be from 11th and 12th class biology. So let's begin with the question first. Let's start with the question first. Water vapors come out from the plant leaf through the stomatal opening. As we know that the transpiration process in which the plant leaf will open the stomata which is situated in the plant leaves, and they open, and due to that opening the water vapors come out. Through the same stomatal opening, carbon dioxide diffuses into the plant during photosynthesis. So during the process of photosynthesis, which is the food making process for the plant, so in photosynthesis also the carbon dioxide also diffuse into the plant during that same opening of the plant. So opening of that stomata. So in that leaf, this is a leaf, and in that there is some stomata which is present on the leaves. That the opening of stomata will exchange both the things, the water as well as the carbon dioxide exchange will take place simultaneously. So which of the above statement use one of the following options? So reason out, we just need to reason it out, like above statement which can resemble which options. So let's start. One is the one process occur during daytime and other at the night time. So first option says that that one of the process, maybe it is water, that where water will occur in the day timing and carbon dioxide exchange will be take at night time. No, that's not a real answer. Next is the both process cannot happen simultaneously. So both process cannot happen. So this is also a wrong option. Both process can happen together because the diffusion coefficient of water and oxygen is different. Oxygen, or we can say that the diffusion of carbon dioxide is different. So what is this? What is diffusion? Whenever a molecule from higher concentration will go into the lower concentration. Always, this is the always a factor. So let's take a red ball. So these are the red balls or any molecules. We can just take an example that red is the water molecules. So here is the water, is a high quantity of water, high concentration, and outside is the low concentration of water. So always in diffusion, the higher concentration to lower concentration, the molecule will move. Okay, so the water molecule will move from higher to lower. That's why from the leaves it will go outside. Similarly, the carbon dioxide, if we take this a blue, this is a blue which represent the carbon dioxide. So blue dot will represent CO2, and here are the CO2, a lot of CO2 in the atmosphere. So where is the high concentration? The outside, the atmosphere have high concentration of carbon dioxide, and inside the cell or inside that stomata there are low concentration of carbon dioxide. That's why the higher concentration to low concentration, that carbon dioxide will diffuse into the plant. So that's why both the process can happen together, because the diffusion coefficient of water as well as the carbon dioxide is different. Here is water high and here carbon dioxide high. That's why both the process can happen simultaneously. So the right answer will be option number 3rd. Let's do question number 2. A complex of ribosomes attaches to a single strand RNA is known as. What is ribosomes? Ribosomes is a kind of organelles which is present in our cells, and their function is to produce the production of protein. Okay, it will help in production of protein. So similarly, what is that single strand of RNA? If a complex of ribosome is attached to a single strand of RNA, what is that known as? This is known as the polysome. So this is a very direct answer. So option 2 is the correct one. Let's see question number 3. Which one of the following is a characteristics feature of cropland ecosystem? So we are dealing with a cropland ecosystem, and we just need to figure it out that which is the characteristic feature. That means which is very important for a cropland ecosystem. First is the ecological succession. What is the meaning of ecological succession? It is the process that describes how the structure of biological community, like if a new species will arrive, it will create a new kind of a process. Like we can take an example, like if we take it as an example, first is the exposed rock. So this is the exposed rock. Like in the initial stage or in the ancient time, there will be a rock which is exposed to other things. Also, what kind of things? Like lichens will work on it. They will produce different some kind of enzymes, and that enzymes will convert that rock into the soil. So that's why the lichens will grow. Then we can say that the mosses will also start growing there. Then after the mosses, there will be some grasses which will grow on that soil which is coming from that exposed rock. After that, after the grasses, there will be some changement, like there will be some shrubs will be growing, and after that there will be a forest kind of a thing we can see. Okay, then this is the forest. So we'll write it again, forest. Okay, now this is the young forest. Then young forest will convert into some kind of a mature forest. So what is this? After time, or we can say that with the time is changing, and according to that, the ecological succession is also growing. So this is known as the ecological succession. So obviously in the cropland also we have this kind of a situation. There is a little bit ecological succession, but this we cannot say that this is a characteristic features, because most of the crops are similar to each other. There will be not so many variations, so we cannot take this is not an right option. Absence of soil organism, we cannot say that absence of soil organism, because we are using soil to grow that crops. So we cannot say that there will be no soil organism. So this cannot be an answer. Least genetic variation, that's very true. In cropland ecosystem, most of the crops are similar to each other. If we are growing a wheat plant, so we are using wheat seed in all over that area, over that field. So definitely there will be a least genetic diversity in the cropland ecosystem. So this can be a characteristic features of cropland ecosystem. So this is the right answer. And absence of weeds in the crop also, when we grow any crop, there will be some kind of weeds, so for which we use weedicides to remove all those weeds, so that all the nutrition can be get by that plant which we are growing. So what is the right answer? The third will be the right answer. There will be the least genetic variation into it. Okay, let's start question number 4. Which of the following is the most important cause of animal and plant being driven to the extinction? So what is the main reason behind why the animals and plants are getting in that point that they will be extinct in future? There will be no future for those plant or animals. So why? What is the reason behind it? It can be a coexistence, because there are some species which are coexisting. So because of that, no, that cannot be an reason. That can be to one extent we can say that because of their lack of food, because both the species is existing in the same plane, and if they have same habitat or they have same food source or nutrition source, so that can be a problem, but this is a minor issue. We cannot say that this is the most important cause. Second is the over exploitation. Obviously if we are over exploiting any habitat, that can distinguish, or we can say that can extinct some of the animals or plants from there. So it is also a minor reason. We just need to figure it out, what is the most important cause. So alien species invasion is also a reason, but that's not a major. This is also a minor. The major reason behind is the habitat loss and fragmentation. Because of the loss of habitat, the animal or that plant will not survive in another kind of a habitat which is that plant or animal is not habitual of. So that's the major reason why a animal or a plant get extinct, and because of fragmentation too. So option 4 will be the most correct answer from all these options. Let's start with the question 5. Which of the following is not required for any of the techniques of DNA fingerprinting available at present? So at present, what we are using what the techniques we are using for DNA fingerprinting, we just need to focus on that thing. Okay? Now, what is DNA fingerprinting? This is a kind of a process, or we can say that, through which we can see that what is the genetic similarity of a person, or it can be see what are the difference between the two genetic fragments. Okay, so this is the DNA fingerprinting process. So what kind of a techniques we are using? We are using DNA hybridization. That's the technique we use in DNA fingerprinting. The polymerase chain reaction, PCR, is also used to make that fragment multiple fragments. Okay, so we have only one fragment, so one fragment we do not want to miss that fragment, so we require them to multiply it so many times. So this multiplication can be happen with this process which is known as polymerase chain reaction. Zinc finger analysis is not a process which is used, or not a technique which is used in DNA fingerprinting. So this is our right answer. And restriction endonuclease are the endonuclease, or we can say restriction enzymes, are the enzymes which require to cut down the fragments. There are two type of restriction enzyme. One is the endonuclease, which cut the fragment from the middle of the portion. That's known as the restriction endonuclease. And exonuclease will cut from the side, or from here to here. So this side will be cut by the exonuclease, and endonuclease will cut the fragment from the middle portion. So we require these enzymes also to cut it down, and so that the fragment will can transport, or we can say that can pour from those pores which is present on the electrophoresis process. So through that pores, through that wells, they can move and they can separate it out. So those fragments, to make those fragments, we require restriction endonuclease. So obviously this is our right answer, option number 3rd. So that's all in this video, guys. I hope you have understand all these questions. If you still have any problem, please let me know in the comment box. And thank you guys for watching this video.